We got a 10-year whiskey battle blind between Henry McKenna and Eagle Rare. Plus, I threw in a little special third bottle. Let's get into it. Cheers. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Saucy Shane coming to you with another blind whiskey battle. This time we're doing Henry McKenna versus Eagle Rare. Plus, I threw in another little special 10-year age-stated whiskey just to mix it up a little bit. It'll be a no-brainer once I show you what it is. But I was kind of torn on what whiskeys to review this week, so I just figured, I looked on the shelf and I seen these, the Eagle Rare, the Henry McKenna. They're both 10-year age-stated. You'll hear mixed opinions about both bottles. I find them to be very good. I've only had one type of this Henry McKenna, one bottle. I bought two of them because it is pretty good. Some bottles you'll hear is not that good. This one I found was a hitter. The neck pour on it wasn't that good. I wasn't that impressed, but for $45, you can't really go wrong for a 10-year aged whiskey from Heaven Hill. Then you got Eagle Rare from Buffalo Trace. It's semi-allocated. Sometimes it's kind of easy to find, sometimes it's not. You'll find it in different price ranges. I've also bought a backup bottle of that one at the 1.75 half gallon. And when I finish that bottle off, eventually I'm going to make a pretty cool lamp out of it. I think it's going to be a pretty cool lamp, so I think that's going to be pretty cool for the whiskey room. But both of these bottles, Eagle Rare coming in at 90 proof, Henry McKenna coming in at 100 proof, bottled in bond. They're pretty close in proof range. I think it's going to be a pretty good blind battle. I've got them poured here. I've got the glasses mixed up. I won't know which one it is. I'll drop the video like always as I pour it. And you'll know what I'm drinking as I'm drinking it, and we'll find out what it is at the end. This third bottle I got, it'll be my very first ever Scotch. And it's the Glen Morangie 10-year aged in bourbon cask. So it'll be my first Scotch. It come out in 2021 as well in this pretty cool but a little crazy giraffe box. I'll drop a link to it in the description box below. It's for a national fundraiser of some sort. I'm not real sure. But anyway, here it is in the glass compared to either Henry McKenna or Eagle Rare. Very, very light. So it's very obvious. Of course, I'm the one that poured it, so it's obvious that I know which one this is. But as far as flavor, I have no idea what that tastes like. So I'm going to put it up against these other ones. I'm going to give these other two a little mixy. I've done rearranged everything in here. It's been about 15 minutes since I poured these bad boys, so I have absolutely no clue which one these are. I've got them very lightly marked on the bottom of the glasses. So we're going to start with this one. Right here is the first one I'm looking at. We'll call this glass A. I've got them marked a little different on the bottom, but this will be glass A. Let's get on the nose of this. A little bit of oak showing through on it. You'll expect that on a 10-year bourbon. Smelling the back of the glass, getting a little bit of, getting that caramel is showing through that barrel. A little bit of spice. Let's get this second nose here on this other one. So you got a little bit more heat on the nose, which would stand out to me to be the 100 proof Henry McKenna. It's been a hot minute since I've had either one, Eagle Rare or Henry McKenna. A lot more of the oak. A lot more of the oak shining through on this one than glass A. A lot more of the caramel. A little bit of vanilla notes coming through on this one. Still getting a little bit of bacon spice. So let's see what this Glen Morangie smells like. 10-year aged. I don't know how long it's aged in bourbon cask, but it's matured in bourbon cask. I would say it's not aged fully in bourbon cask 10 years to have that color. Kind of looks like pee-pee. But I know Glen Morangie is supposed to be pretty highly sought after. This is the original 10. It's kind of got a lot of herbal notes to it. Like I said, it's my first Scotch. Now that I've said pea, it's kind of got a little pea note to it. I know that's kind of disgusting, but very citrusy. Not too sure I'm gonna like that. So we're gonna go to glass A here, give it a little swirl, get it really good and dizzy, and let's get it on the palate. Cheers, guys. Really good balance of the caramel. It had a little bit of a sprig of vanilla coming through on it a little bit, but it faded away real quick. It's got a little bit of a finish. Either one of these, 90 proof, 100 proof, it's got kind of a good finish to it. I'd make an early call on this one and say this is Eagle Rare. It's got a very familiar Buffalo Trace flavor profile. Really good oak feeling right in the side of the mouth. Almost drying, but not too drying. Finish kind of fades off real fast. That's ever so popular with the Eagle Rare with me. So let's get into this one right here, which I'm believing right off the bat is going to be the Henry McKenna. Just on the nose, and I'd imagine on this palate. Caramel, bacon spice, a little bit of vanilla. That oak kind of rounds it all off. A balanced hitter right here. The nose on this one, I give it 2 thumbs up for sure. This packs a little bit more of a punch, which also stands out to me as be that 100 proof. It's not quite as drying as glass A. I'm gonna go back to glass A before I get this scotch on me, because I know it's gonna wreck my palate. I'm calling glass A Buffalo Trace Eagle Rare. It's very good everyday pour. If you can find it for a reasonable price, I'm saying that's glass A. We'll go to glass B real quick just to nail these 2 down, and then I'll try that Glen Morangie. That's very close. That sip there, it's almost like I got them. Now we're getting a little bit of cherry note. Now I don't think I fooled myself. I think I overthought this one. I'm getting a little bit of cherry note on that one now, which would be a little bit more Buffalo Tracy. I might have very well called these wrong, which could happen in a blind. Blind battles are very tough. I'm going to stick with my calling. I do like B better, whichever one it is. I like B a whole lot better. A is pretty good. It just kind of lacks in a little bit more of the flavor department that I like. And it's almost got a little bit of a, and these are fully opened up, you know what I mean? I've had them open, I've had them poured for a good, going on 20 something minutes now. This glass A just seems kind of muted to me. I don't know, it's kind of dull, kind of falls flat. You get a lot of flavors right off the first couple seconds, and then it just falls really, really flat. Glass B, better experience for me. A lot more of that oak presence, A lot more of the caramel, the vanilla in it that I really, really enjoy. And just a longer finish all in all. I'd say what I kind of do on these double blinds, kind of like this, if I was sitting at a bar and I was only offered one more pour of one of these drinks, which one would I go for? I'd have to go with Glass B, whichever one that might be. We'll find out here in just a minute. But right now, we're going to try this Glen Morangie 10 and just see how good it is, and if I'm a Scotch person or not. Cheers. It's drinkable. And not to knock on any kind of scotches. I know there's some really, really good ones out there. This one wasn't very expensive. I think it was like 40 something bucks. If it had a little bit more grapefruit flavor, this would remind me of Malort. Not a fan. Not a fan of the Glen Morangie 10. If anybody's interested, I'll send you a sample of it, but not for old Saucy. I'll have it here at the bar. If some of the family members or friends want to come by and have a little shot of Glen Morangie, I got it for them. But enough of the BSing. Let's get into which ones these glasses are, starting with Glass A. And it's got a 1 dot on it. And I believe I marked the Eagle Rare with 1 big old dot on the bottom of that bottle. I don't know if you can see that or not. So that would mean Glass B is the Henry McKenna 2 dot. Very, very little dots. Last blind I did one off camera. And that's 2 dots on the bottom of that Henry McKenna bottle. The last blind I did off camera. I put an A and a B on the bottom of the glass on some Scotch tape. I've failed to get my labels here so far. And I could clearly see, I try not to look down at the bottom of the glass, but I could clearly see which one was which. I did a blind last weekend between Wild Turkey Rare Breed and Chattanooga 111. And it was a pretty good blind battle. But Chattanooga 111 won it. I'm trying to weed my bourbons down for my whiskey brawl, March Madness style, bracket style brawl later on this February. Probably going to do it before March Madness. So I'm trying to weed them down, doing blind battles off camera. Some of them I'm going to do on camera of my best whiskeys. A lot of them are cask strength, so I'm trying to nail those down. And it may be just an all barrel proof battle. Battle Royale, barrel proof battle. That seems to be the #1 hitters on my list, so that may be what I do. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for next week's battle between Wild Turkey Rare Breed and Old Forester 1910. That should be a heck of a battle. But guys, I'll leave you to it. I love y'all. Stay safe out there, and until next time, stay saucy, but don't get too saucy. Don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. Love y'all.